Are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin. A lass, whose name was Maggie, owned such a racing snail. At winning top-notch races, the snail would never fail. She'd ride on it to India, she'd ride it to the fair. It carried her so quickly, quite windswept was her hair. She'd perch upon its shiny shell and hold onto its eyes. The velocity of travel peeled her eyelids back, surprise! Such care she gave the creature, it was her joy and pride. No stable for it did she keep. She let it sleep inside. She fed it plums and raspberries, junk food, she gave it none, and nightly cleaned and buffed its shell so brightly that it shone. But snooty was the racing snail. It held its nose aloft. On everyone looked down the snail. Maggie was far too soft. Sometimes you tried to speak to it or pet it with your hand. Disdainfully it would retract inside its shell so grand. One day, Maggie, travelling wide, chanced upon a friend. "Ahoy!" she cried, and "Halt, dear snail!" the signal did she send. But sadly was the snail this day in dark and fair mood. Ignoring Maggie's cries, shot off, and on her friend it pooed. Like lightning streaking across the sky, the haughty mollusk fired. If Maggie'd not such riding skill, to earth might have retired. But bravely and with tooth and nail upon its back she scrabbled. "So stop, my lovely, stop, my pet," quite desperately she babbled. But finished not was quite the snail. It had one mischief left. With one alarming flex and leap high up its shell did heft. To throw poor Maggie high and far was its fine dandy joke. And as the jockey realised this, upon her scream did choke. But not alone was Maggie up a-tumbling in the air. Above and to the left she spied the shell a-twirling there. No time had she to do a thing, as high up in a tree she landed soft and safely, but the shell went whistling wee. She'd naught to do but watch the shell and hold her breath as down it fell and give a crack. So hard it landed that it shattered, broke, disbanded. And so she sobbed, gave a sad frown, remembered Snail and hurried down, got to the ground and found a slug, quite naked there, and far less smug.